Good morning, people. Welcome to this weekly show. Here we go. So let's get on with the show this week. So let's see what we've got. Pictures of the week: climate, markets, BTC, precious metals, markets, news. AJ and John got married, and I got some excellent photographs from their wedding day. Weight loss, yes. Rain, I want more rain. Yes, the rainy season is coming towards an end, but we've had rain most days, which is superb. So here we go with the show. There's me with my weight loss. So I've now lost about 12.5 kilos now, but I've lost it off my arms and I haven't lost it off my legs, but I wasn't expecting to because I'm exercising. Lost it off my face, body, back. Lost my love jugs, unbelievable. Well, I've got nothing to hang on to. So I was there. Where have I been this week? Haru with like Andrea before he went home. Michael and the lovely Oksana. Andrea and his wife. Me. John. AJ and Oko. Oh no. So we had a marvellous meal there before John went off to America. And this is the salmon. We had a few plates of salmon. The salmon on the right hand side. I think me and AJ had something like 10 plates. And then this is my favourite sushi, which is salmon with a wasabi mayonnaise and a little bit of caviar on top, avocado, and you dip that into your soy sauce and wasabi, and it's absolutely, totally superb. And that's me having a massage because I'm doing a walking. I've had to increase the leg massages, so I'm having between 3 and 4 leg massages a week. I have one every other day. This is lovely AJ and Oko Ono, and this is a dish what she had here, like what she got there: salmon, tuna. She's got scallops and crab, amongst other things there. This is one of my dishes I had, which was the crab with caviar wrapped in nettles, like stinging nettles, and I had the salmon wrapped, covered in caviar. Very, very nice. Very, very pleasant. Anyway, moving on. This is the wedding. So this is lovely Dave here and lovely Jim at John's wedding. So these are a few of the selections of some of the wedding photographs from the wedding breakfast, which was held in the evening. And this is the lovely Michael, Oksana, and lovely AJ. And this is Daz, lovely Mickey, and obviously the host, which is excellent. And this is Oksana and AJ and Andre before he went back to Switzerland this week. And this is Richard and Jim and AJ. Yep, everyone had a marvellous time. I sacrificed my seats so somebody else could go. So it was quite nice. And this is the group of them, Greenie and who else is there? Gary over the back. Who else is there? John. Yeah, they had a marvellous time, you know. And the boys, I think the boys were very generous supplying the champagne. Peaky Blinders. Yep, been to Peaky Blinders twice this week. Went by myself on Sunday. And this was what I had. I had the beef Wellington with Yorkshire pudding, vegetables. This dish was just too big for me. It was massive. It was a massive, massive dish. But when I opened up the beef Wellington, it was just cooked to perfection because I like medium rare, and that's medium rare on a bed of red cabbage. But this comes with 9 different vegetables. Crazy. And obviously, Valley View restaurant. Go over there a few times a week, and this is what their Sunday roast looks like there. It's all nice and simple. And if you need to contact me, that's my line contact details. I'm available on there. I do go through my line, and if people don't contact me after a while, I just take them off because it's just easier for me. Because the trouble is I'm old and I've got a little bit of Alzheimer's, so I'm terrible with names anyway. So as soon as I forget the names, I take them off my line. There's no offence made. It's just the way I am. There's trouble when you're an old bastard and you start losing your memory. Expert links in the description, like for visas, driving licenses, and a whole lot more. Bullion dealers even as well. Isn't it? Yeah, none of them are affiliated. This is an unmonetized channel. Please do not offer to send me money because I'm rich enough. But be careful because at the moment the scammers are scamming. Does it look like I lost some weight? What do you think? Put it in the comments if you think I lost some weight. Or if I've lost some weight, give us a thumbs up. Or if I haven't lost weight, then give us a thumbs down. Anyway, life is good. So what we're on to next? We're going to be on to climates next and get this going for you. Yeah, I went down to the beach the other night, me and Pry at sunset, and this was a lovely sunset going over Sata Hip. Absolutely marvellous time. That's Anna singing in Japanese in the background. But this is our lovely beach. This building down here on the right hand side is where we live. So is down there. And these are some of the islands coming off of Sata Hip. All very, very pleasant. News, and this comes from like Fab 103. So every week I just pull off a few of these. Who's eaten my sausage? Basically, up north, the bears. You know, if they can't find food, if they can't find food, they go out into people's houses looking for food, and they've raided some guys. They've raided some guy's house and stolen all his sausages. So he was upset. The 10,000 baht giveaway by the new government has been delayed. Well, that's strange, isn't it? That's unusual for governments not to want to give money to the masses. 90-day visa arrival for third countries. I think that really for Russia and China. But no, please check with your local embassy. Where's my wife? Yeah, do yourself a favour. Never have an argument with your wife if you're on holiday. This is the trouble. If you're coming on holiday and you are bringing a Phayun wife to Thailand, and like they're in the mid-40s, generally speaking, they get the arsehole, which is understandable because they're just surrounded by really fit women. And as a result, he got stranded. She took his passport, took his money, and left him on the fucking streets. That was it. She's gone. My car can see ghosts, says the Thai Tesla owner. Well, the truth of the matter is, when you're driving along over, if you've got experience of driving over here, you'll see a lot of motorbikes here with no tail lights. And the reason why they've got no tail lights is because they don't want the ghost to follow them. And that is correct. But they become a ghost when a car hits them up the arse and it's game over. The waterfalls are dangerous, overflowing with Thailand storms at the moment. So this is where we went the other week. This is where we went last week. And they've had to close it because people were getting washed away, I suppose. And lastly, this is really, really sad. We got more flooding, including Pattaya in this part of the world. No doubt there's going to be a lot of rice crops written off. Won't really affect me because I don't really eat a lot of rice, but it does affect the Thai people, unfortunately. Elephants. Some stupid, ignorant farmer put up an electric fence straight to the mains and he's killed 2 elephants. Fucking idiot. What an idiot. Anyway, you know I love elephants. So this is my elephant of the month. And he lives up in the park where we went to visit last week. And he's a very, very happy elephant. And if I hung like that, I'd be quite happy myself. All this brown is saying they're expecting extreme severe storms. And those storms are going to be going on until this week. So just be careful if you're coming this way. The roads are very, very slippery. People are driving like complete fools. But Anna, do you want to say hello?
I was about to say that, but you said no.
Go on.
Hello.
All right, then you say hello. Off you go. Thank you.
But I know how to say already.
Don't work with children or idiots. And this is the climate for the next week. So you see the rain. They forecast like 1 day in the next 8 days. There's thunderstorms on Wednesday. But if you look at it, the evening temperatures are really dropping now, down to 24, which is really nice. This chart below shows a 24-hour. It doesn't show it from midnight to midnight. So it's showing it from like 12 midday until 9 a.m. the following day. And this is like the heat chart. This just shows you the time of day when I go out. So I start walking really any time between 1 o'clock in the morning when this drops off. So when this drops down to here, 1 o'clock in the morning to 7 o'clock. That's the only time I walk. So I walk when the sun is down. And that's what I enjoy doing. That was it on that. On to the markets. Thai baht for all those people who are interested. Just remember, not a financial advisor. Everything is like down to probabilities. This is not financial advice. A little bit of financial education, I'd call it, really, more than anything else. They don't teach you this at school. Please do not follow me financially, because you may find yourself bankrupt. So it's important. This is the clip art, and this is why the markets are going to break. So this is the total public debt against GDP. And I was always taught in economics, anything above 108, which is roughly about there, then you're bankrupt. Well, the US now is running at 120 and it's growing. So be very, very careful where your money is. Like the S&P, when it falls eventually, and it will fall within like the next 18 months, 2 years, it may not recover for 20 years. And that is fact. You know my policy and everything. If you don't like me, please block me, delete me, forget me. I don't really care one way or the other. And this is the debt, $33.5 trillion. So Yellen has increased the debt by $2.5 trillion in 3 months. Crazy. And against GDP, 124.1%. 124%. Unsustainable. In 2000, it was 55%. 1980, it was 34%. And in 1960, it was 2.3%. This rate of growth is unsustainable. The reason why the S&P market's going up, where they're like throwing in money into the economy, it's just inflation driven. It's crazy. And this is the reason why gold's so high at the moment. Gold shouldn't be this high. The reason why it's so high is gold is loving it. Anyway, USD against the Thai baht. I reckon this is looking, if you look at this was closed on Friday. It had a massive shooting candle at close. There was a lot of dodgy stuff going on at close. I see this going up on Monday. Hopefully heading back towards 37. Hopefully before the end of the month. Canada, they've had some really bad economic data come through. So I reckon the Canadian dollar, and looking at this, is telling me it's going to go down on Monday. Don't forget, these arrows are not for the week. These indicators are for Monday. What direction they're going to go on Monday when the market's open. So Australian dollar against the Thai baht. If you can get anything above 23, which is at the moment, then take it, because again they've got some really bad data coming their way, and this could easily be. It's bubbling along. The likely is if it bubbles along too much, it will go south. So be warned. At the moment, it's not saying one way or the other. Hence to say there's no arrow there at the moment. But I reckon this will drop a little bit on Monday. So I'll take this money while you can get it. The Swiss franc, which is probably the strongest currency in the world, really. This is for Andrea and Fabian. Take anything above 40, And at the moment, it's heading to 41. So, Andrea, that apartment of yours is getting cheaper and cheaper. Ah, you. Oh, I'll go back, haven't I? Because I haven't got that way. Let's go back. Right, let's go back. So we go back to the start so you can see all the slides. Previous. There you go. So Australian dollar up, Canadian dollar down. Australian dollar doesn't know what it's doing, but take anything above 23. Swiss franc, well, it's heading towards 41. Euro, the euro looks like it's going to be heading down on Monday, but it's still doing quite well at 38.6. So that's looking quite good. Hello, Al, how you doing? Hello, Joe. GB pounds looks like it's heading up, believe it or not. So I'd hang on if I was at pounds or changing pounds. I would wait really on that one, on the pounds. Crude oil, I reckon crude oil's going to be coming down on Monday, but with the war going on, war makes profits, and I see this bouncing back up at 90. This is crazy. You know, it's got to be 100 before Christmas. I'm not saying it won't fall off a lot, but at the moment, with the war, you know. Natural gas, well, I took my profit on this. I cashed out 2 weeks ago, and I took 38%, which was very, very nice. When I cashed out, I actually cashed out at the peak. But to get 38% on, that was on 2 trades, I think it was, overall. That was very, very nice, you know. So kind of like gives me suspended money for a few years. Now looking to re-enter at 282. So at the moment, it looks like it's going to go back up on Monday, but I'm hoping it's that red trend moving average there, which is 9-day moving average. If it hits that and bounces back down, if it comes down to $2.80, that's what I want. Really, what I want it to come down even further. I want it to come down to about $2.60. The lower, the better. If it goes in, I will give it a full allocation of my account. When I say full, a full allocation is 33% of the total. Gold, looking like a fantastic long-term investment. Gold loves chaos, war, Wuhan, bad monetary policy, inflation. You know, this is gold. So if you just had your money in gold, if you'd have bought a gold ounce 1 year ago, that's gone up 20.8%. If you bought it 5 years ago, it's gone up 63%. And if you bought it like me in 1978, it's gone up 983%. Not as good as something like Tesla, but Tesla can go to zero. Gold will never go to zero. Never has gone to zero, because it's the only, that's the reason why it's the world's #1 asset class. Because if you hold it, you know, you own it, you know, and that's the way it goes. And at the moment, I'm looking at Tesla, and the Democrats seem to be really pissed off with Elon. Gold against the Thai baht. So for us guys who live in US dollars, but we live in Thai baht, our money since 2019, look at this. It's like near on, it's got up about 49%, I believe. So since the start of Wuhan, our money has gone up 49% without doing anything, if your money was in gold. Well, the charts don't lie, but if you're living in gold and spending Thai baht, total value for money living here. Gold is a great asset here, and that's the reason why I've got so many gold shops. Most Europeans, most Americans don't understand gold. The Asians, like the Chinese, and all across Asia, they actually understand gold and the value of it. Silver looks like it's going to go for a healthy pullback on Monday before going higher. And yeah, you know, have a look for some nice physical. Platinum, well, with the war, you know, platinum, this all goes into bombs and missiles and stuff like that. So this will bounce back up, hopefully eventually, so Anna can get out of a trade. It's bounced up a little bit this week, across the week, which is quite nice. So let's have a look, see how far Anna's behind. Anna's trade, which is her third trade this was. She's been in this now for nearly 2 months. But her entry point was 959. And she's behind by 5.83%. But over the year, she's up 16% year to date. So Anna is doing very well for herself. Palladium. Palladium, this is what happens when you fall asleep. So on Monday, this market dropped. This market dropped out the sky. It dropped out the sky on Monday and landed on its arse. So I thought, that's useful. I'll go in and get that. But because I went out to have something to eat with a couple of guys, etc., I got home and had a little sleep. When I woke up, the market had closed, so I couldn't cash out till the following day. The following day, it come all the way down here, which is fine. I'm still in this trade, so this trade here I'm still into. I'm not into it for a big deal. I'm in for it for about a half allocation, and I'm looking for this to rebound. So the way this is going, with all the war going on, etc., I'm looking pretty good. Palladium, but saying that, so this is where I went in, because the market dropped off. And as the market dropped off, I entered it, and then I fell asleep. That's the way it goes. Anyway, these two trades here, I did complete last week. So on the first trade, I entered down here. I didn't enter at the bottom, but I entered not far off of it. And it was the same thing on this one. See where you got a crossover of days here? Can you see that? So it was going up. And then it come back down the following day in the Asian market, and then it shot back up again up there, and then I cashed out. And I cashed out just before the market closed. I got 4.85% profit, and then 2 days later, I went in on a Friday, went bang, and then cashed out here. Lovely. So all in all, last week I got like 6.5% on Palladium. Very, very nice if you can grab it. BTC, there was fake news on Coinbase about the ETF being approval. It surged by 5.45%, but it was all fake news. So you can see where this is going to go to when that ETF gets approved. So I reckon when that ETF gets approved, it will shoot up. I would actually wait for the retrace, because you normally find this with ETFs. When an ETF is issued, they normally shoot straight up and then they come back down. So you don't want to be buying at the top. You want to be buying at the bottom. So you can see now it's just bubbling along. It doesn't really know what to do now, but it has held, and this morning, at the moment, I think it's just over 30,000. I'm still 18 grand behind on my Bitcoin. S&P 500, no Christmas rally. This market has topped for the year, I believe. Take your profit or burn. That is my advice. I'm looking at this. I reckon on Monday, this is going to come down further. It's now below the 200-day moving average as well. I reckon the S&P 500 is done for the day. And if you've got profit in this, you need to take it out and move it elsewhere. But it's only my opinion. I've been at the S&P 500, and I've been at the S&P 500 for two years now. Stock market cycles. So we went through the Wuhan, government giving away all free money. We had all the euphoria. We come down to complacency. We don't really know where it's going. I reckon the market's going to end up coming down here sometime. Recession watch. I believe we are here. So we're not going to have a recession yet. I believe we're going to have a recession between 12 months and 9 months after the first Fed cut. There will be a Fed cut because the Fed is bankrupt in Europe, is bankrupt in China with these high interest rates. They can't, and it ain't doing Japan a lot of good either. People just can't pay the interest, and that is the fact. There was a meeting of the IMF 2 weeks ago, or within the last 2 weeks, and Biden economics suggested that the IMF issue another $200 billion worth of debt to third world countries, and the IMF actually said to the not to Biden but to his administration team, you are barking mad. We need less debt, not more. You need to get your own house in order, because they know the Americans' debt is out of control. Dixie, as I said at the beginning of the month, this always drops off, and it's come down further again this week. But I do see this rebounding because of the wars, and because of, like, I think there's more COVID around and deprivation and poverty. People need dollars. So I see the dollar strength going up at 106, but you got great support at 105. If this breaks 107, you watch a black swan coming our way sometime. TLT, this is one I've always said to look out for. So this is my favourite one. This one's like betting against the market. It's a 20-year ETF. You don't have to stay in it forever, though. It's an ETF, so it's fine. At the moment, there's still a lot of institutional money going in here. See this where it rose, etc. earlier in the week. This is institutional money because they thought it had bottomed out. If you remember a few weeks ago, I said I would enter between 85 and 80. If this comes down to 80, I'll probably enter with a small, I'll probably put in, I don't know, this thing, 10, 20, 40 grand, something like that. I won't be putting big money in, but I might put in like a very small portion of my money into this, because on this one, you should double your money within a year. Anyway, this is Exeter's Pyramid. I love this. And all I've done on Exeter's Pyramid here, I'm just showing what you should avoid. So anything above the blue, the Chelsea blue here, government bonds and treasury bills. Anything below, yes, that's what I want. Anything above, I do not want. So I don't want no debt. I don't want no mortgage. I don't want no credit cards. I don't want no loans. I don't want no bank loans. I don't want no buy now, pay later. I'm into collectibles, crypto, art, watches, owned property, foreign property, gold, silver, precious metals, and that's about it, really. Just forget, guys, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. It's really just stuff they don't teach you at school, and they should do. Please be careful with the scammers. There's so many scammers around. They are a pain in the arse. And that's as good as it gets. That's about it for this week. So anyone got any questions at all? That's it. Cheers, Joe. I think I corrected it. Thanks for that. Yeah, it's me pressing the wrong button. I'm a bit tired. Went walking this morning. Went walking at 4 o'clock and fucking knackered. Absolutely knackered. This I'm really enjoying the walking, but it is tiring, But I'm adopting more and more cats on my walks. So I'm now feeding 5 cats. So I'm spending about 10,000 baht a month on feeding cats. But to me, it gives me pleasure. I enjoy doing it. Basically, all the money I bring over each month, I try and give away 10% of my money, not to the church or anything else. I give it away directly. So, I pay school fees, treat kids, stuff like that. Hello, Robert. How you doing? You got the Christmas. You got the old Christmas invitation. It's all booked. It's all confirmed, Robert. That is. So hopefully you'll get it for Christmas. If you don't, then just let us know. Then obviously I can cancel it or cancel anyone's position. But hopefully you'll be here for Christmas. Really looking forward to seeing you. I should be really trimmed by then. The weight is just falling off me. It's unbelievable. I can't believe it. Even I wear a watch, and I've had this watch for 22 years, and my watch strap is loose. It's gone loose. I can't believe it. How can you lose weight off your wrist when you're walking? I don't understand it. But the other thing with all the walking is my water consumption. So whereas before I used to go through 2 litres of water a day, I'm now drinking 4 litres of water a day because of the walking. I only eat once a day, but I walk every day. Anyway, guys, that's about it. Thanks for popping in and saying hello. Give us a thumbs up. And I really look forward to seeing you all soon. I hope you're going to come soon as well, Joe. I hope your daughter-in-law's feeling a lot better than what she was. Until then, guys, have a safe week, dream big, and live small. Bye. Hasta luego. Ciao.